We are critiquing the man who is lighting up the YouTube community right now. I'm surprised he even had his advertisement play on the platform that is trying to silence him. But the criteria for these ad critiques is that we're assuming that we do not know anything about Brian Rose. Let's begin.
Look, this is it. This is the last shot at Teeka Tiwari's 5 coins to $5 million. Teeka is the cryptocurrency expert.
This part we'll call building urgency. The first aspect of this ad I want to analyze is, why do you think he's using a handheld camera for an ad? This ad is very personal, as you're within a foot or two of Brian's face. And he's promoting an interview which is generally a little more personal, since viewers can feel like they're in the studio with the talent. He gets some points here, as I think this helps segment his market a little bit. One thing to always ask yourself with advertising is, who is your audience and what will they respond to? Brian comes out blazing with a bunch of urgency. Urgency is one of the best sales tactics when used properly, because it pushes possible buyers into being actual buyers. By using time in your urgency, you're essentially forcing the viewer into action, which is ideal in sales, because people who sit idly in that maybe state typically waste your time. Having a final countdown, you will remove the idle viewers who are not going to consume your product and push the maybes into yeses. I think he earned some points for providing social proof after introducing Teeka Tiwari. It was smart of him to add the word expert, since I think it's a poor tactic when advertisers make assumptions for the viewer, such as knowing someone's name and background. I think this was a pretty strong start for Mr. Rose.
He's a good friend of mine, and he came on the show last year and dropped the first 5 coins. These are the final 5, but the offer is closing now. So if you're interested, click on the link below or go to londonreal.tv/5.
By adding in the $5 million, I think it adds a lot of intrigue. He's kind of using the popularity and mystery of cryptocurrency here to his advantage. We'll call this segment Pitch and Call to Action. He goes for the first call to action here. You'll see this strategy used by some of the better marketers actually. If you watch Alex Becker's ads that convert really well, he'll shout out multiple calls to action throughout the ad.
He's got a whole thing that he recorded called a JetNAR, where he went to an undisclosed location with some Bitcoin billionaires to reveal these final 5 coins. The truth is, you've never heard of these before. 99.9% of the world has never heard of these coins, but Teeka believes these are going to be crucial pieces of infrastructure in the future when it comes to moving money around the world with big companies like Google and Amazon.
We'll call this segment Building Mystery and Intrigue. Have you noticed the pace of his speech? It's very quick, and definitely quicker than normal for Brian. When people get nervous or have something to hide, they'll speed up their pace because they don't want any silence. People fear that they will be quote unquote found out if there's silence. I'm not definitively saying that's the case here, but he's introducing a very bizarre situation that I'm not convinced he entirely believes in. He's implementing pretty solid sales strategies though. He's subtly indicating that this Teeka Tiwari character will be revealing secrets, my favorite word, that others don't know about. This creates an us versus them mentality where you will be given access to information that 99.9% of the world doesn't have access to. The underlying structure is solid, but on the surface, is doubt starting to enter your mind? Let's see where he goes from here.
So the point is to put a small amount of money in these things and then wait 10 months for them to appreciate. And it's all got to do with an event that happens every 4 years in the crypto space. This next one is happening in the next 30 or 40 days. And Teeka is the guy I trust when it comes to crypto. There's no one else. I do what he says.
We'll call this segment the plan to action. When I'm watching content like this, whether an ad or not, I'm always sizing up the speaker and questioning what we're not hearing. We've been introduced to the idea that we're going to be listening to a speaker talk about secret ways to make money in little known cryptocurrency coins, but I don't think he's built up enough credibility at this point to get fully bought in from the viewer. If you were to pause this video and think deeply about the offer, I would assume you haven't been sold yet either. We still don't know much about this Teeka Tiwari guy. We haven't been provided any proof that Brian has applied his teachings, and most importantly, why in the world would he be sharing secrets in a very public interview that only billionaires know?
I bought the last 5 coins. One of them was Chainlink, which was the #1 cryptocurrency of 2019. And Teeka picks the #1 crypto every single year. That's what's crazy about this guy. He picked Ripple, he picked Binance, he picked Ethereum, and I bought all his coins last time, and I bought all these coins.
We'll call this segment Addressing Doubt. I think this segment is pretty powerful actually. He provided names of coins that Teeka has predicted, which allows the viewer to fact check his history, and the wording he uses indicates that Teeka is the real deal. In the moment, it's easy to get bought into this ad. And he gave his word that he bought into Teeka last time. Even if you don't know of the speaker, validation is a powerful, persuasive tactic. I do think that this segment would have landed extremely well if he would have changed his wording. Instead of using "I bought all his coins last time" and "I bought all his coins this time," I think he should have said something to the effect of, "Last time I had this opportunity, I was skeptical at first, but I decided to invest however much and made a specific return. This time I would hate to see you miss out on the same opportunity that I took advantage of." I think that would ease the viewer's doubt a little better. Because honestly, my skepticism meter is still running a little hot at this moment. I'm a transparent and data-driven guy, so me personally, I want to hear real data. I want to know exactly how much you invested and how much money you made, because I want to know it's real. My guess is that he only partially invested and didn't see huge returns, which is why he's resorting to vagueness here.
So I suggest you do the same. Click on the link below or go to londonreal.tv/5. They are taking this page offline. So if you're interested, check it out. The training, the JetNAR is free. You can watch him and then you can make the choice.
This segment is basically pitching and including another call to action.
But again, if you ever have considered investing in crypto, and times are weird right now, I don't know what's going to happen with these fiat currencies in different nations, the dollar, the pound, the yen, the euro. Crypto is something that is not specific to a nation. And that's why it's important to have a small percentage of your portfolio invested in these things.
This segment, he's introducing fear as an attempt to get you to take action and click the link. The fear comes from introducing the idea that fiat currencies are in a state of unknown, and he's positioning cryptocurrency as the potential solution. I see what he's doing here, but I'm still not completely sold on the expert here. In my mind, cryptocurrency investing is a form of gambling, and I imagine a lot of people unfamiliar with that industry saw the huge rise and fall of Bitcoin and relate Bitcoin with cryptocurrency investing, whether fair or not. I think he should have spent more time building up the credibility of the quote-unquote expert. Sure, he picked some good investments last time, but does he have a background in currencies? Did he work in the financial markets? What is his history outside of investing in cryptocurrencies? Credibility is very important here. At this point, all we know is that this mystery man had access to a secret meeting with billionaires. He picked some cryptocurrencies successfully last time, even though that is pretty vague, and he's willing to share all of this in a public interview. I'm now starting to wonder, what are this guy's motives? What does he get out of sharing info that could lead the viewer from 5 coins to $5 million?
So click the link below or go to londonreal.tv/5. This page is closing down. So check it out, get the information, and then you decide whether you want to invest. And I'm wishing you all the best.
This segment is hammering the urgency in another call to action. I think his urgency and calls to action in this ad are pretty strong. It's unfortunate that he has to end the ad with the weird Brian Rose face. Overall, I have to give this ad a 6.1 out of 10. The positive traits are urgency and numerous calls to action that didn't feel out of order. I'm also impressed that it was a 2-minute, one-take selfie ad. That's really difficult to do, and being well-spoken is a sign of high status. Let me be clear to those watching, I would not be able to do that. So me critiquing here, I'm simply just a critic on YouTube. I would not be able to do something like that. It is very challenging. But the negatives of this ad really do outweigh the positives. I'm somehow still not sold on just attending a free interview. This should have been a reasonably easy sales pitch, but the fact that there's still doubt in my mind means that he didn't build up enough credibility in his subject for me to completely buy into the ad, and I feel like that's probably pretty common for a lot of people. If Brian were to make these updates, I think a much higher score was possible. I think he actually would have been better off not using Teeka's name from the jump. Think how much better the ad would have sounded if he had said, "I just got off the phone with someone who has been on the show before and is willing to come on a second time. This person just left a meeting with a couple billionaires where they decided on the next 5 cryptocurrencies to invest in. He's sharing these with you because he knows that the more people that invest into the cryptocurrency markets, then the stronger the markets are. So there is no worry about competition. His name is Teeka Tiwari, and I made a lot of money by investing in his recommended cryptocurrencies the last time he was on my show. I'm giving you a second chance today. If you want to take advantage, make sure to click the link below. Worst case, you attend and tell your friends the cryptocurrencies and watch them get wealthy." That was an ad critique. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Most importantly, I hope you got some value out of it. Thank you so much for watching.